Hey, good morning, guys. Today I'm going to make something interesting. I don't know, I just had an idea, so I'm going to go with it. Have some things in the fridge, and I'm going to try. So I have some smoked salmon here, unagi sauce, some leftover green onions that I chopped up just the other night. This is going to be mozzarella cheese here, some wasabi sauce, and I do have 3 eggs ready for me to scramble. I have my rice paper here, and so what I'm going to do is that viral breakfast bagel kind of thing. But then with a little salmon, cheese, and some of these sauces, what I'm going to do first is marinate this salmon in that unagi sauce a little bit. Get my scrambled eggs going, mix that in with a little bit of the mozzarella cheese, and then start forming my little breakfast bagels. All right, here we go. All right, so the first thing I'm going to work on is tuning up my salmon. And so the way I'm going to do that is by using this unagi sushi sauce. Yeah, say that 5 times fast. So the unagi sushi sauce, I'm going to put a few drops of this in here and just kind of, season, marinate my smoked salmon a little bit because it is a smoked salmon, so I don't want too much smokiness going into this. I'd rather have that full flavor of the salmon. But this will help bring that out as well. I'm going for a little kind of Japanese flair to this, so I'm hoping it'll turn out good. We'll find out. All right, and so here's how I'm going to do this. Just a little drizzle on there. That's good. I'd say that's about a half a teaspoon maybe. And just move it around in there. Kind of coating the pieces of salmon. You don't want it drenched too much. Just coat it. Because these will just be laying down in there prior to baking. So they're not going to be cooking so much along with the eggs. All right. All right, so once they're all completely coated, and I can get my salmon back into frame. That looks about good. All right, so now I'm gonna set this aside and then work on my eggs. All right, then just scramble up my eggs. I already have them in my measuring cup here. Yes. My brain, I'm going to a heavy metal concert, slamming. Yes. All right, nice and scrambled before I add them to my pan. All right, so I've heated my pan up. Should be good to go with the eggs now. Oh, I want to make sure I get them all in there. Okay. Off you go. Chickadees. Okay, once I have it in there, I'm going to go ahead and put my green onions in here. Just kind of spread them out as much as possible. Keep them in there while they're cooking in there. All right, put those aside. Also, while I have that in there, I'm going to throw some a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, really. Oh. Okay, just cook it on all sides. Kind of just get your scramble like how you need it. I'm going to go ahead and shut the heat off because now it's just going to cook on the heat from the pan. All right, so I'm going to set that aside. Right up the heat. Okay, and then I'm going to scramble 2 more eggs for my egg wash. Okay, I can get my rice paper in there. And start setting those out and start building my breakfast bagel. I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out. Kind of questioning the cheese though. We'll see. I think I might switch it up. Alright, and then just pour that egg wash. I prefer like almost semi-flat plate, right? It's going to be a lot easier to get that rice paper in and out of there. I tried like a pie pan, but that was a little more trying. So this, I think, works the best. There you go. But what would breakfast be like if you didn't have your cup of joe? Or whatever your preference may be, tea, juice. But mine, I gotta have my cup. Okay, so I've decided to make one with and without cheese. So just get it all here. Work with this rice paper because it starts to curl up on you right away. So make sure you're ready to use it the moment you take it out of its packaging. All right, set that down. Next one. See, with the plate just helps coat it a lot better than if you use like a bowl or something. You can lay flat. Okay, once you have them down, just kind of put them on top of each other. I just like to use 2. Some people use 3. So I'm going to lay my egg down in here first. Like all along. Don't stuff it too much because it will leave you with less room to work with. I'm only going to be making 2 for this video, so portion my egg out here. Leave some spaces on the edges so that way you're able to curl it up and close it up pretty good. Okay, then I'm going to lay my salmon out. Again, this is smoked salmon that I have seasoned up with, kind of marinated with unagi sauce. Putting a little piece in there. I think it's missing, maybe right here. Slide you in, buddy. Yes. All right, I've got that in there. This one I'm gonna throw the cheese in here. On this one a little cheesy, not too much. But by all means, you know, those who love cheese, please don't let me stop you doing what you need to do. Okay, now I'm going to take this and attempt to roll it here. Okay. Now I'm doing this one without the wasabi sauce. The next one I will be doing with the wasabi sauce. So roll it as best you can. Now, when you get the first roll in, get those sides, tuck those sides in. That does help with the rolling as well. For those of you who know, you know. All right, so once you get it all rolled up, then you want to start curling it up. So start to curl it up, use one end and just kind of keep curling until it forms into this little shape here. If there's an air pocket, don't worry about it, it's gonna cook off. Now, once that's there, I'm gonna put a little, the Furikake sauce on this, excuse me, the little shake that we got here. I'm gonna throw that on top of here before I throw it in as well. So I have the Nori Komi Furikake rice seasoning. I'm gonna put on this, okay? Just kind of coat it as much as you like. I love it, so I'm gonna coat it. Yum, yum, yum. All right, and then I'm gonna put that on the baking sheet. Find the right tool. There we go. That's on there. All right, there's one. Now time for the next one. So for the next one, same standard. Coat your rice paper well. Transfer it onto whatever board you have. If not, whatever flat surface you can. Careful as much as possible because rice paper is a little delicate, so it can rip, tear, and stuff if you're not handling it properly. And you don't want that, because then you just have to get a new one. Okay, so now that I've got my papers here, intertwined with each other, coated, start adding the last of my egg on here. Throw my pieces of salmon. Left here. I think that's just the perfect amount of pieces. Wow. All right, yep, that's that one. Okay, and then no cheese on this one. I am gonna put my wasabi sauce though on this. Wasabi. Ooh, that came out just a little faster than I wanted it to, but I love wasabi anyway, so there we go. Okay, I'm gonna put a little furikake inside. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and roll this thing. Attempt to roll this thing. Here we go. Okay, first roll down. Once you get the first roll, flap those sides in. Tuck that thing in as much as possible. Roll, roll, roll. Okay, and then now you're gonna fold it in towards you to get the roll on this as well. Now, I have made another video on these before. They were more just the breakfast ones. I think it was sausage and bacon or something I had on there on that one. Okay, once that's done, I'm gonna put some furikake on there. Okay, throw this on here. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot to keep out of that one. I think I'm at the end of this one anyway. Time to buy a new one. Okay, got that. Transfer. I have space to cook. I have my my oven preheated to 350, so I'm going to transfer these into there. Starting to look really good in there. The moment has come. There's that beautiful sound. Okay, there they are, fresh and hot right out of the oven. I'm going to take one off of those and place it on a cutting board and see how that crunch sounds. Now that is just beautiful. All right. Whew. That is a nice crunch. I think maybe another 5 minutes, just because I like mine a little more brown on the outside, but it cooked all the way through the outside, that is. So cook that rice paper all right. All right, now let's see how it all came together. Wow. That was really good. Now this one is the one with the cheese, so definitely a factor in that one. Cheese is fine. Flavors are great. I love how the flavor of that salmon with the unagi sauce inside, the furikake on the outside, and the egg. So make sure you don't overcook that egg. So that way it stays, the texture and consistency isn't going to be less fluffy, because this one is pretty fluffy inside and it's nice. That one's really good. Next is the other one. So yes, let's try the other one. All right, so this one has the wasabi inside, no cheese. Oh, I'm kind of flatten it out. I think I cut it wrong. That's all right. Still was able to get enough of it up. There it is. I know what you're thinking. All right. Oh yeah. Oh. That is hot, but at the same time, so good. That's it right there. So I definitely recommend the one I had with wasabi, no cheese inside. That one hits like, yeah, super. So yeah, anyway, those were my experiments for today. Thank you. I hope you have a great, happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm gonna go get ready because I have some corned beef to make, and that video is gonna come out too. So enjoy, have a happy St. Patty's Day, be safe, rock on.